Okay, dokie. Okay, yeah, okay, right. Okay. Well, is everything? Is it all working? What is today? Is it? It's finally Friday. Hey, how about that? After two official holidays and two or three other adjoining days that really screwed up schedules, we are finally mostly on track for 2026 for a short period of time. Most amazing thing for me, I'm proud of myself.
Why is
I'm
that?
proud of myself. I
Why?
have not written or mentioned that it was 2025 by mistake as of yet since the new year began.
I can honestly say I haven't either.
I,
But
I,
then again, I haven't written anything.
I have not written anything that
It
said
needed the
2020.
date.
well, I have written a lot that with the date
Well,
of the year in it, but I have not screwed up.
Very good.
Checks I've written 2026. Everything has been 2026 and anything that
I haven't
has.
written not even one check. I don't
Ooh.
even have any check.
Got a message from Dale. 43 and dry. You'll write that on your list?
No. I'm Rayford Brown, and we welcome you to the last traditional workday of the first full week of this year. It's live and local Real Talk.
I love law enforcement. I'm Chris Marks.
Good morning, TGIF. I'm Lee Barrels. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's Red Friday.
TGIF.
It's Red Friday.
It's
Thank
Red
you, Dale.
Friday.
Thank you, Dale, out there. But we get to the amateur radio folks here in just a few minutes here with the weather and talk
Right.
about it. We've got a request from Ham over in Morehead City now wants to join the early morning network. So we're making arrangements so he can get into the repeater, one of them. I know he can hit at least one of the three. So we'll be adding Morehead City to our mix. And traditionally, it should be warmer in the wintertime and perhaps a little cooler in the summertime during the heat of the day than it is here. That's the way it usually works. Oh, my goodness gracious, the difference between Eastern North Carolina folks and those out there in Minneapolis. Our folks know how to peacefully protest. WITN TV
I agree.
estimated that about 100 people held a protest denouncing the ICE shooting in Minnesota that left a 37-year-old woman dead earlier this week. These folks were holding picket signs near the county's courthouse over in Carteret County, not interfering with lawful activities that were going on. The hour-long demonstration was sponsored by the Carteret County Democratic Party. Protests, they did. Not sure if they have any more facts about the case than anyone else or whether they're relying on their counterparts in Minneapolis to provide them with whatever information they have. I think I can safely say that the majority, if not 100% of those gathered, do not have a credible working knowledge and certainly not real life experiences or training to understand the difference between self-defense and murder. One of the posters displayed claimed the woman who was killed was murdered by ICE. Who even understands what the word murder means legally? Anybody? I do.
Well,
Yes.
Well, now y'all gonna look it up.
No,
I'm not
I
gonna
just
look it up. I have
realized
no
I
idea.
didn't
I was
mute
not-
my phone.
I was not there, and I think it's fair to say that the protesters in Beaufort were not there this week either, and only spout rhetoric provided by their choice of political parties because they were there representing the Democratic Party.
It's all political.
Since when is murder or death by a cop, self-defense, when did that become a political issue between Democrats and Republicans? Let's say I had a basic law enforcement training in 70, another one in 74 when it had to be upgraded, another one in 84, a bunch of in-service training, and not one time did the instructor say, "This is how many of y'all are Democrats and who's Republicans in here? Here's your study guide, and here's your study guide." Not one time was it ever mentioned that Democrats and Republicans define the criminal laws differently. Not once. What's wrong with the folks?
I don't believe anybody in political science are asked that question when they take the class. When I went back in 76, we were never asked those questions. Not in law, not when I took criminology, not when I took political science. I was never once asked my affiliation.
No. And that seems to be what the big split here is. The investigation into the Wednesday deadly shooting is ongoing. We could probably stop it right there, but we can't. I cannot tell you what actually happened. I have only seen snippets of perhaps a half dozen edited pieces of video. Now, let me explain to y'all, because some of you are just slow and inexperienced. Editing. What's the real meaning when you use that phrase, edited video?
Is that a question for us?
I want y'all to answer it first. What to you when you hear something? Oh, this video is not edited. It's unedited video. It's straight video. It's unedited video. What raw video?
Raw.
It's raw video. It's what is the difference between the raw unedited video and edited video?
Shortened.
Parts taken out, things moved around. It could be inverted. It could be AI stuff put in there. I mean, when it's edited, that means it's not
That's what everybody
true
thinks.
raw
That's
video.
what the general consensus is that everybody
Yes.
thinks. But let me tell you what the difference is. We all know that if you go through and take editing platforms, if you're doing nonlinear editing, that means non-videotape. If you're using computers to edit things, you remove pieces of video, 1 frame, 2 frames, 50 frames. How much is a frame? What's the length of a frame in video? Oh, yeah. It depends upon a couple things. One is the frame rate. There are 24 frames per second in most situations. There's sometimes a video frames are it could be 18. It could be 30. The TV frame rate is 30 frames per second. Oh, my goodness gracious. So you mentioned beforehand that somebody said they viewed it frame by frame. No, they did not.
Well, a lady, a 70-something-year-old lady.
She claims.
She claims.
No, they did not. Now, here's the real definition. In addition to, you go through snip, snap, rearrange, as Lee mentioned, you take the part here out and put it over here. And if you do computer editing, you can rearrange images and add images, remove images, move images in the frame.
Mm-hmm.
It's all can be found out. Y'all know about Photoshop for still pictures. You can do the same thing with video. In some cases to a higher degree. But here's the other definition. It's what happens when you are shooting with your camera or your telephone, disguised as a camera, when you're out there shooting it and you hit that button that says stop. And then you move somewhere else or pick up shooting later. Mm-hmm. You do not have an unedited piece of video of that situation. It's all edited by whoever is clicking, stopping, starting, and that's not all. Why do I go to ball games in person and not watch them on TV? I have told y'all it's because somebody in a booth who is directing the whatever number of cameras are up there that they've got in this particular ball game. That person is deciding what little element of that scene that I'm going to look at. I've got a peripheral view of about 180 degrees. I can see everything that's going on within that view. You don't get 180 degree view on TV.
That's why we like sitting way up high.
Well, yeah, but I think in Rayford's case, the college football, NFL, and you go and they show the people in the trucks, all the video, and then all the guys, all the women,
cameras
and the cameras
right.
are out there.
And some of them are shooting the cheerleaders. Some of them are shooting individuals. Some of them are shooting this. Yes, they are. They're shooting people in the stands. How about the kiss camera?
That gets you in trouble on it.
There we go. That's edited video. The minute they click over to that, there's edited video. Yeah. Did you know the Zapruder film that we've seen was edited before we ever saw it? They had to go back to the cutting floor when they went in, when they grabbed that film and processed it. Ooh. And then they found several frames that were actually left on the cutting room floor when they went to put it together. Y'all don't even know who the Zapruder film reference to is. A guy named, I forgot his first name, Zapruder, who was shooting 8mm film when and was aiming at Kennedy when he was shot.
Like it happened, folks, editing happens in radio every day.
Every day.
We have to take commercials.
If you don't believe it, talk. See there? No, I don't want you to.
No, I know.
Yeah, I don't want you to.
But, when you're in there and you're taking 70 seconds of audio and you've got to get it in 60 seconds, the old days, Rayford knows, we're in there, you're splicing it. That's editing it. You're editing out things to get it to work. And
if you got a 30-second commercial, you got to have it 20 on TV. You're generally 29 and a half seconds, no more, because there's a time. Two commercials got to fit into a 1 minute time slot. Period. Bottom line. Especially if you're joining network programming, because it fits in there, and there is reaction time of both the people if you're pushing the buttons as a manual operator, or did you know there's reaction times when you're rolling video or rolling audio or whatever that's automated? There's reaction time there. Okay. So everything is edited that you're going to see on TV. Live probably does not exist. First of all, it is not live when you see it.
It's delayed.
There's already a delay.
mm-hmm.
There's a satellite delay. And here's the really cool one. Y'all have seen video that's shot overseas. They're doing live shot from some dude standing out there on the porch of Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
The reporter back here on the anchor set asked, hey,
Okay, they're asking something like that.
Chris, the anchor says, hey, Chris, how are things out there at the palace?
You're right,
they're
Rayford.
looking really good. Thank you very much.
You're right, Rayford. The things at the palace are looking very good.
Because here's what happens. That signal goes from, depends upon whether it's a local station or a network station, that signal goes from that station up to a satellite that's 25,000 miles overhead and back down, okay? And there's a time frame there. Video, audio, radio frequencies, which is what all that is, travels at 186,000 miles per second. Going to the moon, for you who are old enough to remember some of the shots to the moon, it's a second and a half for the video or for the audio to get to the moon, a second and a half for it to get back. So there's a 3-second delay when you say, hey, Mr. Astronaut number one, how are things up there?
One giant step.
Yep. And there was a piece of audio lost in that live transmission. There was a dispute about what he actually said. Okay, but anyway, it's edited video. I don't rely on these people who are making all of these claims about anything. If I was there, I might be able to say, but only if I was a trained individual knowing what I was looking at and had not looked away or blinked. Because how many times we all know about what eyewitness reports look like, right? When you go to a bank robbery, let me say this. When the feds go to a bank robbery, they got 7 people in the bank. What was the guy wearing? If you isolate these individuals, you'll get
Black,
maybe 3 different
no,
responses.
Dark gray.
What was it? What kind of shoes did he have on?
Sneakers. No,
shoes.
What color?
shoes.
Are you sure they were sneakers?
No, they were
Them
shoes.
Shoes, just shoes, flip-flops, perhaps. Could they have been
Crocs.
could they have been? I mean, seriously, you're going to get different responses.
Yeah.
Right,
Colors vary.
Exactly.
Some people don't see colors the same. What color am I wearing up there on TV?
Orange.
No, I'm not. I'm
But
wearing
it's
red.
actually red.
Okay, so you've got all of that to deal with. People are going to look at your shirt and describe it as red.
We need a swap.
I look at this.
Pink.
I look at this mic screen that you got over there. It's not pink. It's faded red.
Is it?
Yeah, it used to be red. It's faded. Oh God! Now, what shade of green is that? People just don't see things alike.
You're right.
No,
They do not interpret it. Then they got the brain power.
that's why we're all individuals.
And some of them see things the way they want to see things.
That's right.
And some of them will manufacture. Okay, what does he really want me to say? Or what does the party want me to say?
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I found interesting, Rayford, before I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, you didn't. You did fine.
But it comes out now that same agent
What?
who was in front.
No, go ahead.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
That same
I
agent
thought she was having one of
that
those.
my headphones.
this lady tried to run over.
Mm-hmm.
Let's face it, she tried to run over
She
this
did.
guy.
That's a given.
Okay.
Right.
He was actually 6 months ago dragged 100 yards by another person in a vehicle he was trying to stop, who also happened to have been an illegal immigrant.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's
now, I know this
questions
lady.
I have about that too.
Okay, well, I know the lady that,
Mhm.
that did this was not an illegal immigrant. She was somebody that was stopping.
Right.
She was interfering with a
with law.
lawful federal operation.
She was
That-
trained to resist.
Well, we can get into that in just a half a second or so. But this woman interfered with a lawful operation. Now, if she had lived, if she had not taken a bullet, or one or two, three, I don't know how many times she was shot. I still want to know that, but just because I did a lot of bodies, I would. That's one of the things I would want to know. But if she had lived and they had to chase her down after she drove through this guy and he had not shot her to death, would she have been arrested? Would she have been arrested after she bumped this this federal agent?
Not by the foul-mouthed mayor, not by the
They don't count.
idiot governor.
They don't count. Do you not think the federal agents that would have taken her out of that car when they stopped her, if she had not been dead, would have put her in handcuffs?
Yep.
So she committed a crime, and the crime was attempted murder.
Mhm.
Look at it any other way you want to. Assault with a deadly weapon with the intent to kill.
Yeah, there you go.
They would have had to reduce the with intent to kill because she would have come up with a defense. But however, it still would have been assault with a deadly weapon inflicting serious bodily injury. In North Carolina, that would have been the charge. And yes, she would have gone to jail that day.
You know what gets me is they're trained. They're trained to know how far they can go.
You look
Without
into this,
crossing that
okay?
line. Yes.
I want you to talk about that for just a second.
All right. There's been information uncovered just as of late news that she was part of a radical activist group that being trained on to protest against the ICE agents, for example. They're being trained as what exactly they can do, how far they can go before they cross that line. In other words, they are trained that they can come up and spit in your face. Once would all it take for me. And because I'd be breaking mine.
I got that experience once.
But and if you've watched these protests, which I'm a watcher, these people actually will get up to the face in your personal space, and they call you an effing pig. It's horrible, some of the things they say.
Up to a certain point, it's legal.
And this is what they're trained to do. They're also trained to resist arrest, to resist.
Point in time, it's not legal.
Right, and she had, and if you know, she was from Missouri, I think it was, and just recently came to Minnesota. Right, so I'm not saying that she was.
Her husband died, I think, and then she and her girlfriend, wife,
and that's another thing.
Canada. Then they came back down to
jumping right away from what I was just talking about. Why did her wife jump out of the car as this woman was getting ready to hit? And did the wife know? Hey, she's gone crazy. She's getting ready to hit somebody.
What the wife said?
What?
She blamed herself for it.
Oh yeah. Well,
the wife blamed herself.
Yeah, because she encouraged her to go do this.
Well, she's saying that now.
That's what she's saying now.
Well, the other issue
that charged her with accessory.
The other issue that came up, and I'm going to ask this a simple question. I know that a lot of clergy wear their collar. I'm going to talk about priests. I'm Catholic. Catholics, the priests wear their collars, especially when they're going out to
events. Yes,
to work,
representing the priesthood.
Yes, thank you. I'm just so upset with these people that just don't appreciate law enforcement. But anyway, so you're pretty much close to knowing he's a priest.
Got an example of no.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Yeah.
I
So
think a case on the
now
minister.
they're saying that this doctor claims to be a doctor. I'm a doctor. Let me through. No. How do you know that person's a doctor?
Well, that's what
They
we're
haven't
just
gotten their
saying.
driver's license?
Well, we were just saying that yesterday. How do you know it's not another agitator that once you let him up there, he's going to take out a gun and shoot you?
Yeah.
The whole scene was chaotic at the time. My understanding from what I've seen on the news was they approached the woman. They knew that she was already dead. They did attempt CPR,
Yeah.
which is what you do anyway. And
If you're warm and it's not obvious, then
right.
they do that.
And they were keeping other bystanders away from the scene. So, people now like, I was going to go up and help because I'm a proctologist and I could have helped. No, you have to keep order at the scene. Now, if it was somebody that you knew
No.
was a medical doctor, you knew personally, I'd say, yeah, let him come over. But
It was a Jacksonville doctor. I'm not going to call his name. He's dead. He got stopped. He used to like Corvettes, and he was a young doctor, and he got popped for speeding.
oh,
And he said, I'm on my way to the hospital. This is so far back. It was the old Onslow Memorial downtown.
Downtown College Street.
And the guy said, you're running like 80 miles an hour. He said, they called me and said, my patient's in bad shape. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to give you a ticket. So he wrote him a quick ticket. He came by the police station later on and said, I just want you to know my patient died before I got there. Well, he did. He was dead when they called the doctor.
Oh.
Stories we
And the
can tell.
hospital has doctors on staff.
Oh, yeah.
You think this attending physician, the guy's personal physician, would have been able to do anything different than what the hospital was doing? No.
Right. But I mean, I do understand the other side, because if it was one of my loved ones that had just been shot and somebody standing next to me says I'm a doctor, I would want them to be able to go over there too. I do see both sides, but I think so many things now are getting stretched, blown, edited, as you say. I mean, from the moment it happened, it became a political war.
Yep.
Republicans, Democrats fighting each other. The Democrats calling the Republicans murderers, blaming Trump for everything that's ever happened in their
Well,
life.
he's responsible.
Same thing happened last night, and I know you're going to discuss the shooting in Portland. But I watched the presser last night, and before they even got the investigation halfway, before they even delved in it, you had the town mayor, you had the state governor,
The police
you
chief.
had state representatives, the police chief, the fire chief, the EMS chief, the dog catcher, the garbage collector. Everybody was up there dressed in suits, all talking about how evil the Republicans are, and this is all Trump's fault, and that people have a right to live where they want to live, even if they're part of the gang that's been out raping and murdering and prostituting children. Yeah, they have a right to live there.
Nicaragua, anywhere in Venezuela they want to live, they can live.
Right.
But not in these United States. They're called terrorists. They're a
But-
designated terrorist organization.
They're like, we stand with Minnesota. I says, you know what? I had to turn the volume down. I was like, I'm going to punch the
The
TV.
governor of
Gonna punch it.
Oregon called the governor of Minnesota,
Uh-huh.
and they were sharing stories.
It was just ridiculous. But see, this is what the difference is, everyone. Oregon, Minnesota, blue states.
Mhm.
They're blue states. California's the same way. They're all against, CPB coming in.
Border Patrol and
Border
ICE.
CBP and ICE coming in to their state and doing anything to help. And
You know
Yeah,
why they're mad?
why is that? Because they're cleaning them up.
Because the feds are there anyway,
Right.
investigating all of the fraud that's been going on and was continuing to go on, and that the governor is up to it in his up to his ears.
Mm-hmm. I just get so
And
frustrated.
now we got Massachusetts, the same thing. And Massachusetts governor jumped on board yesterday too. And guess what they're doing now
He's
in Massachusetts? They're
jerk.
investigating there.
He's a jerk.
Well,
She. Yes,
Omar
thank you.
came right out and said it was murder.
I know that.
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
before you know what? They haven't even gotten warm on the investigation yet, and all of a sudden it was murder. It was murder.
It's a homicide.
You know?
Homicide. It's going to be a homicide until they decide whether it's a justifiable homicide
Right.
or whether it's a murder. Murder is the illegal
Taking of someone's
killing
life.
of somebody else, or a human being. Okay,
Yeah.
that's the illegal part. It ain't murder. They're not charged with. That's the reason they can do an open count homicide sometimes, and because they're not sure exactly how that ball's going to swing. But if there are any other extenuating circumstance, yep, they can, and then they can change the warrant. They amend warrants all the time.
Well, mark my words, before this weekend's over with, you're going to see some buildings in Minnesota burn to the ground. It's going to happen.
910-333-0139. And give us a call and let us know, Ricky, you won't have to be beeped.
Ricky said he'd call in, but you'd be having to go beep, 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 beep. He said he's so wound
Don't
up.
use any four-letter words. Just
Just keep it like you would.
Quick
if you're talking to the
PSA.
preacher.
yeah.
Quick PSA, there is a wreck on
Another one.
258 by the Rosetown Fire Department headed towards Jacksonville side. Right lane was blocked, and car and center turn lanes. Center turn lanes.
Uh-oh.
Just be cautious.
You headed to the airport, find another route. That's 111.
Go to Wilmington and come back. Sometimes it's easier.
I'm going to Northwest Drive, and that's where I remain until Monday morning.
Taking a look at the weather. The weather is looking pretty dang good. Looking offshore, given the marine forecast once over. Looking good today. Southerly winds 5 to 10 knots, seas 2 to 3 feet. Near shore, seas are only 1 foot. 1-footers today, you ripple riders. You might be able to make that one.
Let's go, Chris.
There you go.
We'll just park Kathy in the sand.
About 2 feet in the afternoon. Just
That's
don't make sure
all
there are no squirrels there. Sounds and rivers are like chop. Saturday, tomorrow, southwesterly winds 10 to 15. Today's your day, increasing to 15 to 20 in the afternoon. Tomorrow sees 3 to 5 every 5 seconds. They're going bumpity bump, bump, bump. Somewhat bumpy. Sounds and rivers, a moderate chop, increasing to choppy in the afternoon. And on Sunday, 15 to 20 knot westerly wind, seas 4 to 6 feet. That's rough. Sounds and rivers choppy.
Today, partly sunny with a high near 75. Light and variable wind becoming south 5 to 10 miles per hour in the afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 16. Tonight, tonight. Patchy fog after 10 p.m.
Partly cloudy
I was
tonight.
like, partly fog?
It's going to be partly sunny. No, it's going to be partly
This
dark.
is why you should read these things before you give them. Tonight, patchy fog after 10 p.m., mostly cloudy with a low around 58. Saturday, a slight chance of showers before noon, patchy fog before 10 a.m., partly sunny with a sweltering high of 77.
Are you stripping over there?
I'm taking my jacket off. It's
Take
hot.
it off. Take it
Sunday morning showers are likely, partly sunny with a high near 69, but brace yourself. Sunday night, expect lows to drop in the 20s, high 20s, and next week, highs we're only looking at high 40s, mid 50s. So get your jackets back out.
Well,
I got to get me some more wood. I chopped up some the other day
You
from a
did?
tree that we had out here.
Well, did you use a chainsaw?
No, I chopped it up.
You chopped it up with an
I
axe?
split it with an axe, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I know.
You look out there.
That's
you'll see
why Robbie's shoulders are so sore.
No,
Yeah,
Robbie
I know.
didn't do it.
well, so Buttercup next week, as you recover from
Buttercup.
surgery, it's a perfect time for staying inside because it'll be cold.
That's
There
right.
you go.
She needs to get her blankie and her comfies on and get her.
All right, let's go
tea.
back to Minnesota. I'm not surprised. You know,
Oh, Minnesota.
Did you see the state agency there? The state agency that investigates criminal acts has decided not to continue the investigation into the shooting. It was the FBI had originally said,
yeah.
yes, we will share. This can be a joint investigation. But then when all the crap started coming out, especially from the governor, now who's in charge of the state agencies in the state of Minnesota? Who's in charge of a state agency at the very top?
Right.
That would be Knucklehead Waltz.
That's it. The governor.
Oh, I'm sorry, the governor.
He's a knucklehead Waltz
Yeah.
at this time.
He's a
Might be short term. Why would you want to, listening to people like that, if you were the FBI, offering and telling them, yes, we will share with you and we will do a joint investigation.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you come in there and you've got your boss, the big guy,
Mm-hmm.
running his mouth all over national and international TV because he's been on BBC too. I saw that.
Right.
He looked as dumb there as he looks on national TV.
Looks
But
like
he's has blasted. He's called for get rid of ICE, get rid of the federal agents, get them out of my state. It ain't your state long, dude.
that's right.
Why would you trust them? And so the FBI said, second thought, we're going to handle this investigation totally. We will share with you the results of the
That's right.
investigation. You will not taint the evidence that is out there. You will keep your hands off.
But according
And if you interfere, Leavenworth.
But according to Walsh and all the other beings in Minnesota, the federal government is refusing to give them information and to let them know and be privy to and be a part of it.
They're not going to
They
be ongoing.
spin a whole different tale.
They're not going to be ongoing. They will give them the results of the investigation. They are not going to share with them a day by day, hour by hour investigation for fear of interference
Mm-hmm.
And
talking points on TV from the governor.
And if I'm not mistaken, it falls under the federal government's jurisdiction,
Oh, yes, it
Well,
does.
you know what?
not the states.
The FBI will
Don't
investigate
get me
other
started.
federal agencies involved in
Right.
activities like this because they are the FBI. Look at what that letter means. Duh.
You know what gets me so
Even
riled
the
up?
slow among you understand it means investigations.
We all know how Trump does. We all know how he likes to, without thinking, talk without thinking, and how he likes to tweet without proofing what he's tweeting. But what the left side accuses Trump of doing, they're doing the same thing. They're getting up there and saying on pressers before this investigation is halfway through, it was murder. It was murder. And it's because, the current administration are sending, federal offices into our neighborhood to arrest people. It was murder or that. You're inciting. You are inciting.
Let's go back to that training program you talked about for
Yes.
that whoever's running this training operation that Ms. Goody took, Goody Two Shoes took, and others take about
Right.
how far you can go before it becomes an illegal situation.
Right.
I'm telling you, that organization, whoever is offering that training at this point in time, due to what has occurred, should be investigated because there could be some charges brought there. Now, another one, the governor, Mr. Waltz. I never even heard of him before Kamala Harris came on the being and decided he would be a great VP. Boy, did y'all make a mistake by voting for that pair, didn't you?
Amen.
But the rest of the people, yeah. But the governor
I know, I'm
threatened
going to hell
to call
today.
out threaten to mobilize the National Guard of Minnesota
Bring 'em.
to do battle with the federal agents.
I want to see it.
Well, have you just now committed insurrection by telling the president of
That's
the United
what
States
I'm
we're
saying.
going to do battle with the U.S. government?
That's what I'm saying.
That is illegal.
There was a time where it was good guys against the bad guys. This guy's trying to go good guy against good guy. Law
No,
enforcement
he-
against
he-
law
he-
enforcement.
He's still bad guy, and he is mobilizing good people to do bad things. And it's what the police chiefs in that town, in that state, the sheriffs in that state, the big law enforcement officers in that state, they should all stand up and say, in a joint news conference, they should all get on a private line together and call each other and then say, let's get together. We'll meet the media at a neutral location. And we're going to all stand in front of microphones and here's what we're going to say. We ain't going to take unlawful orders from anyone.
That'd be a good time for coffee with a
Blood
cop.
pressure. I want to see what
Uh-huh.
my heart rate is right now. Good Lord. Well, you know what really gets me to this whole thing that happened in Minnesota is the news media showing the pre-incident news, like how these officers were trying to get out of the area. As Jennifer, they had stuff thrown at them. They had a window busted out of their vehicle. The protesters were hurling stuff at them and words and threatening them. Do they show that? And these cops were just trying to leave. They were trying to get out of the area.
I'm a man that deals with facts and logic, and facts and logic are this. From what is being told by those that we believe, or most would believe, Rayford's been in law enforcement. I got two brothers that were in law enforcement. When you're told, stop your vehicle, put it in park, get out of your vehicle.
You have one choice.
Stop
Anything
your
else you
vehicle.
make is no longer
Thank
a
you.
choice.
Turn it off.
That's going to
Thank
be
you.
a problem.
Turn it off. Thank you. That's my point.
And put your hands up on the dash.
Yeah.
I'm good. It's off.
We're going to Tennessee.
We're going to go
Oh,
to Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Tennessee, how's things going out there, Jennifer?
Have you
Oh, well, everything's good. I just wanted to, I heard y'all, I think it was Lee, one of y'all, all of you, talking about how
She's the one with the
the
high-pitched voice.
protesters, that they're trained.
Yes.
These protesters, they're trained. I don't know if you saw it last night, but Laura Ingram was reporting from out there. And there was a protester just, all up in her face, Laura Ingram,
That
driving.
wouldn't be smart.
And she asked her, she said, do you have a job? And the lady, kept on screaming, agitator, blah, blah, blah. And Laura Ingram looked at her and she said, do you have a job? And the lady looked at her and said, I'm getting paid right now.
Yep.
There you have it.
That's her
There
job.
you have it. There you have it. She said, I'm getting paid right now. That it's follow the money. Follow the money. It's going to all the way back. And half of them that are out there protesting, they don't even know what they're protesting. And I guarantee if you could get Matlock or somebody on it, they could find out that these people, the same ones protesting all over, they've probably got a however many mile radius. If something happens, they're going to be here. Well, I'm going to be protesting in Atlanta this weekend. I'm going to be protesting in Charlotte. It's the same people doing it. Follow the money.
Yeah.
Follow
Right
the
there.
money.
I have.
Laura missed the opportunity there.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll tell you.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
I'm
here's
sorry,
a video
Rayford.
of it right
I-
there,
it just-
yeah.
There was a lot, going on and stuff, and so they just, I guess, when they figure we need to back off, maybe, but anywho, the lady did. She kind of put her hands out to the side and looked at her and went, I'm getting paid right now. Because Laura Ingram was asking her, she said, why do you have your face covered?
Well-
And of course, the response was, well, my nose is cold. And, it was,
Yeah,
all
ugly.
that, they say, ICE is out here with her face masked, but yeah, all of the protesters had their faces masked. That's the whole gist of it. But anyhow, they are paid protesters.
Well,
they can say whatever they
And-
want to.
Jennifer, there's actually even those in Charlotte a few months ago. There was protests, and I asked this, what are you protesting? Everything. I said, okay, but what exactly is this protest about?
Everything.
It was about law enforcement. It was about LGBTQI MOUSE. It's about everything.
Well, and I'm going to say this.
7 days in a week.
Like you said, if I get out here and I'm going down the road in a 50-mile-an-hour zone, and I'm doing 65, and I get pulled over, they turn on the lights, pull over, they come up, roll your window down, do what they say, suffer the consequences. I was wrong, go ahead and be nice, be polite, follow the rules.
Right.
And what bothers me so much is you have kids saying, well, okay, they're not following the rules. Maybe I go to school and the teacher's going to tell me it's rules are put in place for a reason. From the time you have a child, you start giving them rules. Don't touch that stove because it's hot. That's a rule. I say, no, that means no. You go to school, there are rules. You get a job, there are rules. And it's just this, everybody just running amok, doing whatever the crap they feel like they want to do. And you go all the way up and you have elected politicians. You got suits up there saying, get the F out of our city.
Yeah.
Empty
Do
suits.
this, do that. And, then you've got other people looking at that and saying,
Well, must be okay. Yeah.
it must be okay. And I don't know. I told Terry yesterday, I said, they want them to get out of Minneapolis, get out of Minnesota. I said, so
Yes.
help me. I said, the government ought to say, all right, here, we're gone.
Mhm.
We're going to take all of our people. We're going to take all of our money. When y'all run out, go out there and plant you some beans and taters or something and figure it out on your own.
It won't
You're
have a
your
one
own
growing
little
season per year, too.
Yeah. Yeah. But, I mean, it's just, but they
That
take
covers
it
the rest
out,
of the year.
but yet they want that government funding. So you can't have it both ways. But anywho, I didn't mean to get on that rant.
Yeah, you
I
did.
just wanted to
Yeah,
talk about the protest. But y'all have a good day.
You
You
too.
two have a blessed weekend.
Laura missed a perfect opportunity last night for this person. I would have been very polite. Laura's generally not that way. That's that kind of a situation. Ma'am, come over here. Let's talk. I'd like you can keep your mask on. Keep your mask on. Let's talk about that. So you are working. You do have a job. Yeah, I got a job. But you're getting paid to come out here for this, right? Yeah. How long you been doing this? I mean, not today, but I mean, did you do it last year? How about the year before? Okay. Have you done this before? Yeah. You got paid for it before. Yeah. Did you file taxes for it?
Of course not. Yeah.
And if I was the IRS, I'd sit right there and say, guess what I just recorded? And guess what?
Brandon.
And guess what is going to be happening if I was the IRS watching that and recording it? And when I brought her in for an audit, you admitted.
Mm-hmm.
So were you lying then or are you lying now, ma'am?
We all know. I mean, they
I
showed
mean,
that.
seriously,
in the-
that's what the feds should be doing in a case like that. If they're admitting they're committing fraud by not filing
Well,
taxes,
there'll be some people getting new TVs this weekend. Mark my words. There's going to be burnings. There's going to be stores broken into and looting.
I don't have a problem
You
with
need
that.
a
Go
TV?
for it. That's
TV?
no, I don't want to know, but I got.
I don't
plenty
need
of
any
them.
more TV.
We got someone in the
Brandon.
line.
Yes, we do.
Brandon,
Brandon.
you're live and local. What's up?
Morning, Brandon.
All right, about you guys.
Oh, it's just Monday.
Another
Are you
day in
ready to
paradise.
rant? Go ahead.
I have some wonderful news to tell everybody.
Really?
Just keep it clean, mostly.
Oh, it's going to be clean.
Okay.
See here, before Thanksgiving, this is like around November. I've been searching for a good woman, been praying, and I finally met somebody.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Yep. And
Lee's disappointed.
this is
Rayford.
Lena.
Hi. Hi, Lena.
Hi, Lena.
Hey, Lena.
So, yep, I just want everybody to know.
Well, congratulations,
Well,
Brandon.
congratulations, Brandon. You deserve a good woman.
That's right.
Thank you.
All right.
Congratulations.
Nice to talk to you, Lena.
Yeah.
Lena, take good care of that man.
Yep.
I promise you I will.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
You take care. Bye
Y'all thought,
bye.
have a blessed
Hey,
weekend.
you too.
All
Have
right.
a blessed weekend.
Well,
Well,
that
that's
was
a
so
good
sweet.
thing.
Good story.
Yeah.
That was sweet.
Yeah.
There
you
We
go.
should just leave the show now. We're going to end the day now.
Way to go,
End
Brandon and
the
Lena.
week on a good note.
How about a happy dance?
Unfortunately, we can't. But anyway.
Yeah, happy dance.
You're happy. That's wonderful. It's nice to hear. Good news.
The Minnesota district attorney, a district attorney from Minnesota,
There you go.
calling ICE agents murderers,
Mm-hmm.
with him telling them to get out of Minnesota, with the governor, as we discussed yesterday and again today, threatened to call out the Minnesota National Guard
Do it.
to put on a show of force against the federal lawmen there.
Do it.
At what point do you think this should come to an end and that the state government be taken over and have a regime change? The word is never, but I mean, things like that could be in the works. You never know.
Well,
Because these 50 United States, they are united. They've got to abide by federal laws, okay, right up front. They can have their own laws, but those own laws cannot circumvent what the federal laws state, all right?
right, but what's going to happen the day when Minnesota really, really gets into some serious trouble and needs the federal government to come in and help them?
What happens if Canada
like,
decides to invade Minnesota?
That's right. That's right.
They're right on the border.
Yeah.
And they're all
Give me
supposed to be.
what's the border state immediately to the west of Minnesota? South Dakota, North Dakota. They could invade them. Who's going to protect them? The National Guard. You got National Guard, and you got good old boys in South Dakota and North Dakota too. They got more guns than the National Guard than Minnesota's got.
You know what gets me?
They can invade that state and take over.
When this
Don't know why.
shooting occurred in Minnesota the other day, within hours before we even knew exactly what was happening or what had happened, you had Democratic leaders in Congress, you had the governor, you had the mayor, you had the district attorney, you had whatever in Minnesota getting before cameras and calling it murder. Now, had they already tried the case? Had they already decided that the officer was guilty? I mean, where's the justice in that? And another thing I want to point out real quick, why did they release that officer's name already?
That's not unusual.
They
but
better put him and his family into hiding for a while. It's
Well,
just ridiculous.
I mean,
Ridiculous.
they did mention his name and the fact that 6 months ago he was
Right.
pulled in another very similar incident
Yes,
and dragged.
which it can happen.
Trying to do his job.
It can
Yeah.
happen. But, to Mr. Jeffries, I'm being
Give out
polite,
his
in
name.
New York, you got enough problems in New York. Why are you even worried about Minnesota?
Well,
Massachusetts.
you don't have the right to stand up there and tell everybody it was murder. It was murder. You don't know the facts. We don't have all the information together. It may turn out to be something completely different. My opinion is this, but you don't have the right to incite violence.
Let me just be that other person.
God.
Let's just say that the FBI does an investigation, a thorough investigation,
Right.
and the FBI determines in its own mind and then forwards the information to the Attorney General, which is the way it would go, U.S.
Right.
Attorney and then the Attorney General if
Right.
necessary, that this officer acted recklessly and
Right.
illegally. And yes, this we should be seeking an indictment for murder. Where would you be able to try this man? It certainly would not be anywhere in Minnesota
My point.
because that's already been done.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you couldn't go to New York because look at the politicians there. You probably have to go to Louisiana, maybe Texas,
No, I will say
whatever.
the Republican leaders have been just as wrong by automatically, before this whole thing was even cold, to say the victim was a criminal, et cetera, et cetera. Both sides need to chill. You need to do the investigation, let the investigation play out, but don't stand up there and incite violence and tell people like the governor did yesterday, you need to stand with us. You need to walk with us. You need to be there with us. Isn't that what y'all accused Trump of inciting on January 6th?
For him doing that. That's
Yeah,
to
because he knows he's getting ready to go down
take
anyway.
the attention away from what the feds are doing and to try to discredit the feds from investigating him and the rest of Minnesota and whatever for fraud.
He is looking a little stressed
But
lately.
here's what, as far as the guy who pulled the trigger, all right,
Right.
this ICE agent, as far as the others who were there who are saying what went down, this woman became a criminal that day. The very minute she aimed that car and drove it towards that officer, in his mind, he wouldn't have shot her if he thought she wasn't a criminal and was trying to hurt him. When he thought she was going to hurt him by her actions, you are a criminal, or otherwise I wouldn't be shooting you.
Yeah.
Well, she
So
did.
he decided. I knew that he has decided at that time that she is a criminal, a felon.
Yeah, and
Otherwise, he wouldn't have had the grounds to shoot her.
she had been antagonizing them and harassing them and stalking them all day long.
Yep.
They finally got to the point where they said, "We're done. You're under arrest," and the whole thing went crazy from there.
She blocked the traffic flow.
She did.
She was trained.
That's an illegal act.
Let me ask you two something. Can you multitask?
Yes.
How much multitasking can you do at one time?
Unfortunately, too much. But
Well, let me see.
when you're in a car, you're
Yesterday,
not supposed to be doing, but very little.
I had the riots in Minnesota on my big screen. At the same time,
That's what's wrong with her.
on my TV that you can roll through the house.
She's got one that follows her.
I had
kind of like
the
Alexa.
protest in Iran on. I was on my laptop and I was texting. So I was doing all of that at the same time.
Okay, now you're the president of the United States, and you've got the issue going on in Venezuela. You've got the issue going on in Russia, Ukraine, et cetera, et cetera. You really have time to focus on an incident in Minnesota before it happens for people to say it was his fault. And they're saying it was his fault that
Well,
this lady is dead.
It's his fault for wanting to clean up America, to clean up the United States, to make it safe for us. It's his fault.
How many illegals have been removed or have
Right.
removed themselves from
Mhm.
these United States since January 20th?
I don't remember the number. I couldn't tell you the number exactly.
They increase every
Wow,
year. Every year.
170,000.
I think it's more like
Right.
2 million or
Okay.
something.
Wow.
All right, how many illegals deported under Trump? Let's get a quick answer right here. 527,000. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security today announced record-breaking statistics with more than 527,000 illegal aliens removed under the leadership of
How many
President.
have self-deported?
It does not go into that, but think about that money we're saving. Because no doubt we were paying for it. Yeah,
Uh-oh.
you got it. Bottom one.
The right radio on top, the right knob on the bottom right knob.
That was
That's the one. Turn it
dash,
down.
dash, meaning somebody agrees with us. No one's calling disagreeing. 910-333-0139. So obviously our listeners are very bright.
So
Well, I'm sure
whether you agree or not, call us and let us know why you agree or you don't agree.
Well, I'm sure there's going to be people who just hate what we've said today and are going to disagree 100%. I don't have a problem with that.
I'm putting out opinions and information. What I've got is information.
But
And then I derive my opinions from the information that I have as I have seen what's gone down. Do I know whether he's guilty of anything or not? No, I do not.
I just want you to be able to explain to me when you call why you think it's okay that protesters can get out and riot, do harm, destroy buildings, destroy property, be so disrespectful. Why you think that's okay? I want to know that
If
part.
you do, is this the right way to go about anything?
So I've never tried to start a protest, but I'm wondering.
Let's try one.
Well, I've
We
actually,
got all weekend.
I think I may have mentioned to both of you, I'd like to start a demonstration or a demonstration of support for law enforcement and stand out there and go,
I do that every
I
day
am for, well, I do too.
by
It's in
obeying
my-
the law.
What color am I wearing today?
Yeah.
This is pro-military and pro-law enforcement. That's
Mhm.
red flags.
I have it on my car
Right.
that I support law enforcement. And I don't do it to get out of a ticket. It's just the fact that I support law enforcement.
I had the blue stripe on my curb.
Yeah. But where do they find these people? I mean, if you go down and you get a permit for a protest, now how do you generate getting people to join you?
Unemployment lines.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's like you go back to the Michael Brown days and all the protests there, and then the George Floyd and the protesters. It was every day, all day long. Adults, young adults out there protesting day after day. Why weren't they working? How could they be out there like that
maybe
every
they're
day?
independently wealthy. That's okay. They can do what they want to do. Now, here's the other thing too. Now I told y'all about a Klan rally that I went to, a cross burning. It was not, I guess it was a rally, but
Yeah, we know
the Klan,
about that.
the Klan
We
goes
saw-
out there and they burn a flag. They set fire to a flag. They burn it.
We
Right?
saw
They
your
do their
costume.
routine.
Right.
I was there, and the most disturbing part was not by these old fogey idiots out there. I mean, they were idiots.
Mhm.
I know they're idiots. It was the 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14-year-olds out there that were doing it, wearing the same kind of garbage and shouting the same kind of Bravo Sierra that their daddies were saying. That's the disturbing part. The same thing that is disturbing is those same people have got their kids at these protests. They're in the cars. You got the people that are driving, speeding. I mean, I see a whole lot of that. You got the parents who are driving around with their kids, arguing with the police officer in front of their children, demeaning the cop.
Mhm.
How many times have you been in a car with your daddy? Y'all, I'm asking the people out there, when the police officer comes up behind him and he starts cussing the cop right up front. How many times does that happen?
It only happened one time. And
Oh no, it happens a lot.
no, I'd say it
Good.
only happened.
Really good, meaning normal people out there. The minute the blue lights come on, or the minute he's behind them, he may just be headed for the donut shop. I don't know, but he gets, oh, that such and such a blasted and profane words cop. He's right on me now. He's going to give me a blasted ticket, yada, yada. And they put the cops down
Mhm.
in front of their kids. That's disturbing. How many times, y'all haven't, but I have, how many times do you think cops who are sitting in a restaurant having something, or they're in Walmart picking up something or whatever, they know they're a cop, they're in uniform, they're going to work or they're coming from work, and somebody says to the child, if you don't behave, I'm going to give you to this police officer and he's going to
I
punish you.
hate that. I
And he's going to
hated
punish you.
that.
He's going to punish you. I said, no, ma'am, I might punish you, but
Do you
I hated
recall
that.
a lady, very
Sure she-
powerful?
sure she was a
Well,
lady.
I'm not. Well, that was able to handle a gavel up in Washington D.C. Who was very thankful for law enforcement when her husband was attacked in California,
Sure, a lady.
and she was thanking law enforcement for their help.
She's a drunken skunk.
And now she's turned her back on law enforcement.
Of course,
Oh, yeah. They're murderers. They're murderers. I'm like,
she's not a lady. Never was.
she's on her way out anyway. So
Oh, she's in the vineyards.
her and Chuck and
Laying down, watching the grapes fall down and thinking that's wine, right?
she's in the barrel. Smashing
Her and,
grapes.
Lucy, her and Lucy got
Her and
arrested.
Lucy, they're in the barrel.
Lucy talked her. It's a shame that the kids have got to be subjected to the abuses that their parents offer them.
Yes.
And that's what occurs. It
It's
happens.
joy, Colleen.
It happens on the streets. It happens, in restaurants. It happens everywhere. The poor,
It's just
it never bothered me because I'd always make fun of the parents when they do stuff like
It just
that.
upsets me that these terrible activist groups can get people to join and more or less brainwash them like they do. It's
But
just terrible.
Let me do this. We got joy, 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 joy on our phone.
Joy to the world. Do, 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 do.
Okay.
So I'm going to nominate you for Americans Got Talent.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joy.
We'll get the booby prize. I can tell you that right now.
Dong.
That
What
was
was
from
that song
The
they
Gong
used
Show.
to do that? Gong Show. That's what I was
The Gong Show.
the Gong Show, but
Ring the gong bell.
Granny Clampett, when she was having a fight with Mrs. Drysdale. Jeff,
Oh, yeah.
we got
Yeah.
joy, 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 joy down in our heart.
Yeah, but she can sing.
Well,
We sang that at church.
I can do it if you want. Morning, Joy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Joy on the line.
Well, in case you had anything else.
thank y'all so much for making me smile this morning.
It's Friday.
I need you can send. I can be corrected, but I don't know if I've heard this or not. The National Guard man that shot this woman. Am I correct? Did I hear them say that he was drugged by a car?
Okay, he was not National Guard. This was a federal agent, a
That's
cop.
right.
Nice,
Federal agent.
yes.
I apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Did I
was.
hear that he was
6
he
months.
was the one that was.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, go
it made a
ahead.
lot of national news. He was the one that was trying to get a guy to stop. He was an illegal alien, and and he got his arm caught in the car or whatever, was dragged 100 yards, 300
Yeah,
feet, the
that's-
length of a football field from goalpost to goalpost.
That's
Y'all.
what I thought. That's what I thought. So
Excuse me.
it's not like they're going through a lot. I don't really want to get into all that happened because I don't want to start anything. But
Too late.
I
Go
was
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Joy.
no, I'm not going to be a nice girl today.
Joy, they did
What?
show the injuries that he sustained
Yeah,
when
I
he
saw
was
some pictures.
dragged those 100 yards, and his arms and his hands are just bloodied, and because he wasn't dragged on a football field. He was dragged on concrete or
Which is-
road.
really bad. Really, asphalt's really bad to be drugged on because you can get a lot of infections and different types of other things in addition to your injuries. So I don't know about concrete, but that had to have been extremely painful. And these guys are doing the best job that they can do, considering what they have to go through. Also, they're putting their lives out there, and if I saw a car coming toward me, you might say, well, she was trying to get out of the way, or she was trying to move. That's not. You can look at it all sorts of ways, but if I see a car that's coming toward me, I'm thinking it's going to try to run over me. Whatever her thinking was, I don't know.
If you
But,
don't know, how do you think the police officer that's standing there with this car aiming at them, which direction do I go? Do I try to
That's
run
right.
away from it, running away from it? No, his car can make
Exactly.
better speed than you can. Do I go to my left or go to my right? Well, they got a steering wheel and they can
Exactly.
move very quickly either way. Which way do you
Exactly.
go to avoid that situation?
You
And
got to hit it head on and take care of. You got to take care of what's coming at you. That's how I feel.
Now, if he was a TV
Yeah.
cop, he could have jumped straight up in the air just before the car hit him, and he could have landed on the hood. He could have saddled the top of the hood and beat the window out, so he could have dragged her out of the car. This ain't TV.
no, and what was interesting,
It's not the real
they
thing.
interviewed the police chief there. He goes, "We try to avoid situations like this, but sometimes they
Yeah.
cannot be avoided."
That's right.
And that was
Well, she could have swerved. There's so many scenarios. But
Rioting, right?
I was just wanting to clarify that if it was the same one. They haven't really spoke much about that, but
Yeah,
but I
kinda
have
bothers
heard.
me too.
But
Well-
I tried to avoid it. But I was just want to, to sort of confirm that it was the same one that was injured. If I was him, I probably would have not gone back. But he loves America,
For you
and
folks,
he stands for America.
yeah, for you folks that are watching, Joy and everybody else right now, I've got a guy over here to my immediate left. He doesn't lean to the left, but he is on my left. And you consider that car a deadly weapon. The Supreme Court has ruled that it is in the hands of the wrong people, right? This device that I have in my hand right now is not always a deadly weapon. Sometimes I pull staples out of paper with it. But I can tell you right now, this is right now, if I wanted to, if I go towards you with this, what do you do? Do you think you can get out of the way?
No.
Now, if you come
I
towards,
would-
now, if you come towards me with
Right.
it,
Right.
there's a different story. I don't need to get out of your way.
Well, I
I
know.
can't get out of your way. I'm cornered. So, the car is as deadly, if not deadlier, than any gun that
Yeah.
has been made in this country.
They call it what?
Vehicular homicide.
Vehicular homicide, correct.
It's murder.
I really, I hate it that our country has become what it is now, and these
It's
things are
horrible.
happening.
Horrible.
But I don't think that they have to.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll ask a question again. In this particular case, what do you think would have happened had this officer not shot this woman or had shot her and wounded her? Do you think that she would have been arrested and charged with a felony? Either way, if she lived, do you think she would have been arrested and charged with a felony?
I would think so.
Absolutely yes.
Yes, I would think so.
So
And
she
you don't know, she could have plowed into the crowd and killed several people.
well, she hit another
Not
car.
being there. Yeah, exactly.
Suppose your kid was.
I don't know.
Suppose your child, that your grandchild was in that car that she hit, and your grandchild was killed.
She would probably been shot the second time and dead twice.
So yeah.
It's the way it works.
I mean, you put yourself out there, and you put yourself out there. Anything can happen. I mean, you know what's going on. You watch these things. You put yourself out there. Don't think that you're going to be protected if you're the individual that's in that vehicle.
Three
I mean, you can make it.
words. 3 words. Actions have consequences.
Consequences.
That's all that
Correct.
every person who gets behind the wheel of a car, every person who decides to take on a police officer, every time the person decides to take on some other guy down with road rage, your actions have consequences. Some of it maybe you get lucky and you get away, or
Yeah.
you get lucky and you go to jail, or you don't get so lucky and that guy that you commit road rage against is bigger and badder and meaner than you.
Exactly.
There
Well, we
are
know
consequences for your
go ahead.
actions.
I agree with you totally. But I just, it's a sad situation that it's come to this, and that, it's just a sad situation. There's just some things that are out of your control, but we're trying to get it in control. But if we don't have the help from some of the government officials that run these states to do what they need to do also, I mean, it's going to keep occurring somehow. These people, I wouldn't be out there. I'm not going to, protest. I might disagree, but I'm not going to put myself in harm's way if I can keep myself away from it.
Minnesota's a very cold state during the wintertime, right? I think we ought to offer the fine citizens of Greenland to come to move into Minnesota and move all of the people from Minnesota to Greenland. That would be an even swap. What do you think?
Yeah. Hey, she'd need more than that mask to cover herself, that nose, wouldn't she?
Yep.
I mean, I don't mean to speak of the dead. I don't mean that in an ugly way. I mean, I hate that she's a family member that's lost, but it's not as if she didn't take that chance by putting herself. She put herself. I mean, I hate that anyone dies at any time. I mean, even when they do wrong, but that's just it. That's like you said about consequences. Put yourself out there, you have a chance of getting killed. I mean, you can go to the store
It's sad,
nowadays. You take that chance. I mean, it's just things happen, and that's just.
People like that need to understand again that whatever they do, you just don't know what kind of reaction you're going to have, regardless of whether it's a police officer. If you do something like this, which was committing a felony, an assault on a police officer, a federal police officer at that, I think there's even more time. That's a bad thing to be doing.
Bad. Very bad, very bad.
You should think twice about it. When they tell you to stop, when they tell you to get out of the car, you do not lock your doors and try to get away. By that time, you've already, and that immediately when you decide to do that, you're committing a criminal act. Period.
Yes, sir.
In every state of this country, you do that.
She went one time, ex-wife got me at school and told me about my school. Put his hands up and came over and said, roll that window down. I was, yes, sir. I mean, I knew him and I was like, darn.
Joy, that's
okay.
I quit going down Henderson during school time. I learned a lot.
I did too, because you go just a little bit. This was years ago. It wasn't as far back. And
He could throw a flashlight.
Yeah.
oh man, and I'm like, I'm thinking, dang, if Mr. Brown can do it, look, this is the deal. We have laws. You break the laws, the consequences, and that's just how it is. And
Go again.
Even Monopoly has a place for you. Go to
Yeah,
jail.
go to direct to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
no, that's just how it is. I mean, I hate it, but that's just what happened, And it
I
causes
hate
more strife, but
I
you put
hate
yourself there.
I hated that people are being subjected to the stupidity of others, and that's what's occurring. And why would you do that? Would you do? Oh yeah, you probably would. You would be one of those folks that went down to Guyana with Jim Jones years ago, decades ago.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah, drink the Kool-Aid. Are you here to drink the Kool-Aid from these idiots that are giving you this
Does
information?
anybody even buy Kool-Aid
How much
anymore?
did you pay? How much did you pay for this training session that you went through? Do you think that they were trained, that they paid for this training session? Or do you think that this is, wonder who pays this organization to teach these people how to
Follow the money.
how to do what they're
Exactly.
doing? Who pays
It
them?
would be interested if
Follow the
because I
money.
don't blame Laura. Laura ain't taking no junk, but she was very cautious. You could tell, I guess, by being in the crowd, and she said as they left, I think I heard this, everybody out there was giving them the finger as they
Hey,
left.
Nice
New York salute.
people.
Yeah. So, but my main reason was to call to hear you sing to me.
Okay,
And,
okay. Well, we
No,
got joy,
was to clarify that about being the same person that was drugged that day also. Because they talked about it once or twice. I mean, they haven't really talked about it very much. I don't think. I try to avoid. I pop in there every once in a while to see some of the news, but it's like the same. And I like,
it's just over and over and over again.
yeah. So,
And as far as that
have a
district attorney,
wonderful weekend.
yeah, you too.
Yeah,
You
you
too,
too, Joy. Have a
Take
blessed
care.
weekend.
Pass to Donald.
I'll do it. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
And, I hate to say, but tonight, my grandson from Newton will play in Jacksonville Cardinals
Oh, well,
basketball tonight. But
we hope he's able to brag about it, not.
well,
No, good for your grandson.
Yeah.
Right.
It's hard for me
I
because
know.
I am a Cardinal fan in my heart. But being my grandson, you have to sort of like
I
do
understand.
it for your grandson. But the thing with him is being Swansville has always had a history of playing
Yes.
seniors, which is understandable. And Nicholas, I'm bragging.
Okay.
You have the
Again,
right.
he's a junior,
Mm-hmm.
and he does not play that much as he normally would if he was a senior or a team that travels. But I was very proud because I looked at the stats this morning of the max preps, and he's like in third and first
Wonderful.
and like free goal or free
Hey.
throws. He's first on that team, even though he maybe has only played out of 4 quarters. Let's say he's played maybe 15 minutes of the whole game, because seniors deserve the right to play that
Right.
last
Yeah,
year.
right.
So in 3 categories, he's in the top third and first. So I'm proud. But
What's Nicholas's
Okay.
last name?
Jewel,
Jewel? Hold on one second.
Here we go. Here we go. He's warming up.
Here we go.
Nicholas Jewel 3.
Yay! That's my boy. Because he is on the team. He is the top leader on the 3-point shooter.
Yeah, there you go.
And he has only played, not many minutes, which is good, I think, for not being that active his junior year.
Yeah.
And he was like, they moved him from the JV to varsity when he was a freshman. They moved him up the following year, which was good. So hopefully, the whole team's done really well. And the real good thing is that there's a guy that's 6'5" that's a freshman on the varsity
My
team.
grandson's 6'5". Yeah.
What did they feed that dude?
My grandson's 6'5".
No.
16 years of age.
His daddy used to play for Wake Forest, and he played for a professional ball team, and he also played some with the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, really?
Wow. Yes, sir.
The elite?
And this little boy, he just turned 14, and he is a starter, but he needs to be a starter. It's the first time ever that I've known this to happen, but he's got the talent. He's very humble, very respectful. They've got a good ball team. But it's going to be hard for me because inside I'm like pulling for both teams at one time, but it is what it is. So that's my bragging.
You can go for the individual.
Yeah, there you go.
You got more points than anybody else on the team. You're good.
I just
And
want
the
you to.
good part is that they got red. Their colors are red and black, and Jacksonville is like red and gray.
And black sometimes.
white, some
Yeah. So I'm thinking probably that maybe might wear their black uniform maybe in Jacksonville red. I don't know, but I'm gonna have to maybe figure out red and black somehow. So nobody I'm really in my heart. I'm pulling for my alumni, but also I'm pulling for my grandson.
It's okay, Joy. I graduated Jacksonville. My daughter graduated White Oak, so I understand.
Oh, you understand totally, don't you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, did White Oak win last night? Does anybody know?
Last night, which one? White Oak?
Did they play or Croatia? I forget.
Let me see. If Chris has got something here, I don't want to take up too much time because I know what we've got to do.
I know you got it right.
I'll find out and we'll let you know.
Yeah. Okay, Joy.
Oh, wait.
It's fine.
I know. White Oak 48, Crow 1045. There you go.
Good game.
I knew it was going to be a close
That's
game.
what I get.
Okay, yeah.
Good.
Thank you, Chris Miller.
Appreciate that very much.
Sure.
But anyways, thank y'all, and
You too.
y'all have a wonderful weekend.
You
too.
And
Stay safe.
hopefully I'll be at the game tonight too.
Okay.
Watch
All right.
everything going on.
Have
Okay.
fun.
Have a blessed weekend.
Have fun.
Thank you. Thank y'all for what you do.
Thank
Thank
you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
You know,
Okay.
I have this warm feeling in my bones.
Go to Minnesota. You'll get over it.
I want to hear the forecast for Jacksonville, Onslow County.
Onslow County. Let's go to the entire Onslow Bay area. That's from Cape Lookout to Cape Fear. On the shore and offshore. Looking pretty good. Looking dang good today. Southerly winds 5 to 10 knots, seas 2 to 3 feet near shore. Seas 1 foot. 2 foot, 2 feet this afternoon.
2-footer.
2-footers. Sounds and rivers are like chops. Tomorrow, southwesterly winds 10 to 15, increasing to 15 to 20 in the afternoon. Seas 3 to 5 seconds apart. Somewhat bumpy. Sounds and rivers are moderate chop, increasing to choppy in the afternoon. Sunday. Westerly winds 15 to 20, seas 4 to 6, sounds and rivers choppy.
Today, partly sunny with a high near 75. Light and variable wind becoming south 5 to 10 miles per hour in the afternoon with gusts as high as 16. Tonight, patchy fog after 10 p.m., mostly cloudy with a low around 58. Saturday, a slight chance of showers before noon, partly sunny with a high near 77. And Sunday, morning showers are likely, partly sunny with a high near 69.
And looking around the county, the amateur radio operators are out in force this morning. The Onslow Amateur Radio Club is Southwest. Randy, 44 degrees at that time, early morning before dawn, 84% humidity. He said it was partly cloudy, calm, no wind, and nothing in the rain gauge. Nobody had any rain overnight. In Back Swamp, Lee at 44 degrees, 99% humidity, and no wind. Joe down in Swantsboro, he had 48 degrees, 99% humidity, And again, it was clear there, and no clouds, no nothing, and no wind. Ward, Cedar Point, 52 degrees, 96% humidity. Northeasterly winds, very light, he said. And that was Ward Kend over in Onslow Bay, just off of Rocky Run Road. Did I do that right? Yep. 50 degrees at the time, 90% humidity. And let's see, Craig, he was on his way to Camp Lejeune working, and he left Richlands. And when he was in Richlands, it was 46 degrees. And our very own Lee. In the Woodlands, it was 43 degrees, 93% humidity, no wind. And here at the studio at that time, it was 41, 99% humidity, no wind. And now it's up to 43 degrees, and still there's no wind blowing, nothing blowing, and very light stuff out there right now. Now over, and you remember what Dale sent a report in from up the river around the bend?
He did. Yes, he did.
He did after we
He
got
said
on
it was
air.
43 and dry.
43 and dry.
43 and no rain.
Yeah, well, it was almost sun up by the time he called in, so that was all right.
Yes.
Nice.
This DA over there, before I get on to go in some more stuff, this district attorney over there, he called this guy a murderer,
Mm-hmm.
and he wants everybody out of the state. He wants all the federal agents to leave, all of the federal agents to leave,
Can't do it.
of all kinds, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
He's a lawyer, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, you got to be a lawyer. Do you not understand that even as a district attorney, you fall under the rules of the Minnesota State Bar Association?
Mhm.
I wonder what they're going to be doing if they're going to take a close look at some of these lawyers that are saying things like that, getting up there proclaiming, because first of all, he's already destroyed any possibility that the state of Minnesota can bring any charges and try this man anywhere in Minnesota.
Sure.
You can't do it.
Right.
Even if Minnesota could bring state charges against this guy, where could you go to try him? So, wow. Talk about screwing up a budget, just trying to impanel a jury and bus them in from some other location and put them up, or take your entire case to another state, or
Which would be very hard, because a lot of times sometimes they take the jury to the scene.
Yes.
And so if you had it in another state, now you're
Then you got to bust it back and forth.
Yeah.
So people, I just don't. They don't think before they do stuff like this. Before they make these ridiculous statements that'll come back and bite them. Why didn't you sit down? You had time before you got up and made dumb statements. But whatever.
Because for some people, it's too easy just to make a decision before they have all the facts and make your accusations.
Governor Maura Healey out of Massachusetts.
Right.
She is now encouraging two private airlines who do business in Massachusetts to refuse to haul passengers for ICE, the deportees. She wants them to refuse. You belong to us. You belong to Massachusetts. You got businesses in Massachusetts, and you don't need to be doing this. She wants them to stop carrying passengers that ICE is deporting. She's ticked off that ICE has routinely used this small airfield near Boston to load up the deportees and send them on their way.
Well, let's just get our own plane and have it ICE put on it.
So maybe that's just one of the reasons. And Massachusetts is under the microscope of the federal government again right now, right?
Yes.
They're investigating fraud.
Yes.
Massive fraud cases there.
Right.
So they're being investigated for that. Do you think maybe some of this is motivation? This is a smokescreen, I'm sure, in some people's minds. Walz has got everything to gain by trying to look good to the people of Minnesota, to the radicals in Minnesota. I wonder how the rest of the people in Minnesota feel.
But you know what?
All of them can't be feeling the same way.
It's not those people that's going to save him.
No, he's done. I forgot where's the case. There's another case of $7 billion of
In mass health providers?
No, this is just two guys.
Two guys.
Who were getting lots of money, ill-gotten monies for food for children who never got it. He got almost $7 billion. And he's from Haiti. This has happened over the last 5 or 6 years.
Man, and I'm eating mac and cheese.
How can you get this?
God.
How can you get this kind of money
It's okay.
and never have anybody? Who's doing the follow
Some
up?
hot
Who's
dogs.
checking these people? $7 billion gone. One of the guys that he brought over from Haiti got him paperwork so he could be legal. He's not
Right.
a citizen.
Right.
He's not a resident.
Unreal.
But he's got $170,000 since last February, I think it was, less than a year. And this ill-gotten funding. Those investigations are looking for pot and cocaine users. I want to see this. Anyone can do that. What about the monies dished out during COVID? I want to see.
There was
where
so
that
much
went.
fraud there.
Some types of businesses were given monies so they could keep employees on the payroll.
Yeah. While their doors were closed. Yeah, whatever.
No, they
Or
kept-
chopped their times in
yeah,
half.
yeah, or just got rid of those employees
That's
but still
right.
collected the money.
Or the employees went elsewhere and got unemployment,
Uh-huh.
you know? So
Anybody ever
it was
wondered whether they
biggest
actually
fraud.
did what was required?
That was the biggest
Who has
joke.
audited them? Who's checked them out? That's a lot of money. We're talking about billions of dollars.
Yes, we are.
In the early stages of the COVID scare, how many of you folks out there, I've asked this question time and again, and not one person has called in and said, here it is again. How many of you went for a test in those early stages of COVID and tested negative? Did anybody go for a COVID
Anybody
test
negative.
and test negative?
Now we're talking about going out and get not your home test.
No. That didn't even happen
We're
in the
talking
beginning
about
stages.
right.
You go out to the store, you go out to the medical lab, the one that's sanctioned and approved by whoever to do the testing. How many of you go in there, you get that Q-tip stuck down your throat through your nose, and it came back as
Right.
negative? How many did anybody get a negative
anybody?
test in the
I'd like to
beginning?
know.
No, mine was not negative. It was, they said partial.
Which
Mhm.
means they got money.
Which means they get to claim it.
Yes. Yes.
See, that's the whole
And
deal.
there were facilities that had drive-through.
Yes. Who do we have? We have someone on the line?
Theo.
Theo, good morning.
Theo, my
How you
friend.
doing?
How are you doing?
Good. You worry about the fraud all over the place. You had a guy named Trump who
There
defrauded
we go.
New York with his business deals and found guilt for over $700 million. You say anything about that?
I'm talking about the stories that are at hand right now. What's going
Yeah.
on?
Okay. The guy defrauded New York. He hasn't paid everything. He hasn't gone anywhere. Okay? So
Uh-huh.
talk about the Americans that do all kinds of deals. I don't remember you saying anything about that. And when you convict a Somalian or anybody else, then we can talk. Till then, you're just hot air. Okay? And let me tell you something. You had all these agents, ICE agents, that had a woman at 37 years old. They couldn't do a better, some kind different, that she lost her life with all those agents there. That was the best thing you could fire on her.
Oh, no.
Huh?
Hold on.
Okay. Never mind. Take it easy. Have a nice day.
Okay.
He doesn't want to listen. He wants to
no,
start
no.
rhetoric.
I
Couldn't even
Yes.
understand what he was
Well, I
He
saying.
was
know.
shouting and
I
screaming.
understood the last part, and I want to answer Theo because I like Theo.
I like Theo too.
To answer the question of Theo, the ICE agents did what they are trained to do. They tried to de-escalate it by going up to the car and asking the lady to shut off the car and get out. And she decided to put
unlock the door.
unlock
She would not unlock the door.
So then when he tried to unlock the door, she put it in reverse, turned her wheel towards an agent, and went forward.
Yep.
She was trained to resist.
I mean, I don't know that there was anything else the ICE agent could have done except just lay down and let her run over him. I mean,
How many of all of these people who are protesting, how many of the 100 or so in Beaufort yesterday There were 100 there, according to WITN's estimates, right? 100 people protesting from the Democratic Party, led by the Democratic Party. How many of those people who are protesting, how many governors in this country, 50 states, how many Democrat or Republican governors, how many people protested, walked the mile, screamed and hollered? How many of them did when that same ICE agent was run over and had to go to the hospital and be treated, and he was out of work for an extended period of time, and he's just come back to work? How many of those people who are protesting today protested then?
And
Anybody?
I'd like to just also mention this. Even locally, the law enforcement officials who have been killed in the line of duty, doing their job, they had families too. This lady's not the only person that had families. She had a choice, obey or disobey. She chose the latter.
Your
Sad.
actions have consequences. Who do we have?
Not really sure. It's
Okay.
unknown. It
Good
may
morning.
be Charlie, but
You're live and local.
I like how you guys say it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Charlie. Who knows?
well, I
Who
haven't
knows?
seen you
It
this
could be
morning.
George.
So.
You see Charlie?
Do what?
You said you haven't seen
Hey,
Charlie.
Inter-
do you guys remember,
I haven't seen him.
hey, I apologize. Actually, I don't see you guys live on the road right now. Do you guys talk about the Governor Tim Walz talking about
Oh yeah.
bringing up a national,
Yeah.
the National
Yes.
Guard?
It's called insurrection when you try to go up against the federal government with an armed force.
How come he didn't bring up the National Guard during the whole George Floyd situation?
I think he did, didn't he? I think they did.
I don't know. Did they call it the National Guard at that time?
Actually, he didn't. No, he didn't.
I don't know.
They waited many days. But now he wants to bring up the National Guard. What's that?
Wasn't he and his wife, or his wife was the one that was watching out the window as burning was going on? And
Yeah. She talked about like she was smelling the
smoke.
the fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now they want to bring up the National Guard.
He did. Says Minnesota Governor Tim Walz deployed the state's National Guard to quell civil disorder and protest over Floyd's murder. Returned to mostly being peaceful events after May 30th, 2020.
Hey, can I ask you guys a very serious question with regards to Tim Walz?
Sure.
Yes.
At what point don't the people that are like normal in that state, the people that, they wake up every morning and they go to work and, they have families and kids and they say to themselves, our governor is an absolute, you don't want to use the word retard because, it's a horrible word to say.
Idiot.
This guy is stupid. This is an idiot. This is an absolute clown. This is the guy that represents their state. Are you really proud of this guy? Do you really wake up and say, this is a leader? This is someone that represents us. This is someone that we respect. This is someone that we revere. This is someone that speaks for us. At what point do the people? I would be so embarrassed. I live in California. Newsom, he's an idiot. He's stupid. But we still, these people, they're like, he's our voice. He speaks for us.
Stupid is as stupid does.
That's wonderful.
Yep.
That's the way to put it. Yep. I mean,
It really is. It's really sad.
Charlie, the problem is those people voted to put him in that position, and now they have to wait until they can vote him out, or in his case, he's leaving.
The problem is, Charlie, you're a little bit different. I'm a little bit different. I'm a lot different. But some of us who are different than any people like that, we admit when we make a mistake. I made a mistake by voting for several people over the years. I've voted locally in elections here and in another county, and where I made a mistake and I found out about it afterwards, and I kicked myself. But I certainly didn't go out there when these people got crazy and stupid and real radical. I didn't go out there just because I voted for him and support him. I did exactly the opposite. I told everybody what kind of an idiot that he was And I wish I had not voted for it. Can I have my vote back? I've requested for me to have my vote undone several times. Of course, they don't do that. I wish I could.
But the whole thing is kind of bizarre when you look at this guy Tim Walz. He literally could have been the president of the United States. If Kamala Harris was elected, maybe she had just passed away for natural causes. This guy could have run the United States of America. It's goofy when you think about it. This guy's a goofy clown. He's just a goofy individual, and we elect these people. It makes no sense to me. The guy is an absolute buffoon. Now you can say Trump is a buffoon. Trump is a business person. That's what I like about Trump. He's a business person. Is he honest and ethical? Probably not all the time. But oh my God, you think about Tim Walz being president of the United States of America. These guys are absolute idiots.
But Charlie, think about this as you just said what you said. Before Kamala Harris picked him to run alongside of her, did you ever really hear about Tim Walz?
No, I think the Democrats wanted this guy in. They wanted another person to be her vice president. I think he was from. Well, I think it was like Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah, Philadelphia. It was the governor of Philadelphia.
Right.
But he was Jewish. They were on edge because he was a Jewish person.
Yeah.
He's probably the best choice. But this guy, it's just goofy when you think about Tim Walz.
Yeah, but my point is this. But Charlie, my point is this: nobody really ever heard. At least I haven't. I never heard of Tim Walz before he was added to the ticket to run with Harris. Other than that, the only governor of Minnesota I remember was Jesse Ventura. And you know why I remember him?
Yeah.
Lee on my left. She's going to say, yep, Jesse the Body Ventura. That's why he got away.
I saw him yesterday in the interview, and he's talking about maybe running for a second term. I'm going to do it. I'm going to come back, and these people are so stupid. I'm an idiot. I have no clue how to run anything. I don't know anything about anything. It's just bizarre that people vote for these people. And I don't. It's so. He's an absolute buffoon. He's stupid. And people vote for this guy. I don't get it. I don't know. I mean, I like Rayford. You were a former police officer, correct?
No, I am a former police officer.
I have so much respect for you.
Why? Because I lived through it.
No, because you're putting your life. Because you put your life on the line for me. You were willing to wake up every morning, go out and say, "Listen, I'm going to protect the citizens of our community." Now, I have so much respect for you. So I'll leave it at that. You guys have a
great weekend, Charlie.
I do appreciate that, and that may be in the back of your head, and day in and day out, that's what you're doing, but that's nothing you dwell on. You don't dwell on the fact that I may be killed today, or I may have to kill somebody today. You don't dwell on that. If you did, you'd never get anything done. If that's all you're worried about, you would never stop a car. I would never stop a car if all I was concerned about was that guy killing me. I just took precautions, and I felt that I was better than the other person in the car.
So when you woke up, you put the uniform on, you walked out, you went to the police station, you went through your...
my tie on straight here. Is that captain? Is that lieutenant? This is Jacksonville. What's he going to say about me looking this morning?
Correct me if I'm wrong. You didn't think how many people you're going to pull over, how many people you're going to save, how many. You just went out and did your job.
Yeah, I don't.
That you were trained to do.
I don't. And in spite of what you guys think, police officers do not have quotas. No. We don't have to write a certain number of tickets. We can write all we want. And it depends upon the day of the week and the mood that I'm in and whether I really want to work or not. I may just sit up at an intersection where I know that everybody has been idiot. I can pick an intersection in any town and sit there all day long and not burn any gas.
Yeah.
Not burning nickels worth of gas. And I can write more tickets than you've ever. I'd have to send that for another ticket book.
Who is Laura Deptola?
I haven't talked to Laura in a while.
It's
That's
probably-
last year, I think. Was it last year I talked to Laura? Oh, it was a conversation on Facebook, so I don't know if that counts. Hey, Laura.
Laura's still hanging around.
Hey,
here.
Laura.
Hey, Laura. What's up?
Hey,
Don't
Hey, how are you?
Okay. Hey,
Good, how you doing?
I wanted to be Fran today.
oh, good morning.
Hey.
Good morning, Mr. Sheffield.
You left the greasy spot out there on that pot that you didn't clean it good last night. What's the problem, girl?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Sheffield. I'll do better next
Yeah.
time.
As long as you keep the skirts real short, it'll be okay. Don't worry about it.
Rayford, okay.
Always.
I mean,
Hey,
that's what
Laura.
Sheffield would have thinking. You know what he was thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Niles would have
Yeah,
said it. Max wouldn't have. He just think
Oh, yeah.
Niles.
All right.
The
So,
butler.
The butler.
with my impersonation, can I move on to business?
Yes.
Let's move on to
Yeah.
Why
business. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. So, listen, the Onslow County GOP is hosting a Back the Blue flag drop tomorrow, 3 p.m. in front of the Applebee's there in Jacksonville on the corner of Western Boulevard and 17. So we want all law enforcement supporters to come out, wear blue, bring your signs, bring your, blue line flags. We're going to have, some blue balloons. We're going to let Onslow County know that we back blue. We support law enforcement.
Very good.
Laura, have you contacted the media? Let them know, please.
That is, that's on my list.
Oh.
I'm doing it here within an
Besides
hour.
us. Yeah.
I would strongly suggest you call their home offices for the TV media. They work on weekends.
Yeah.
The locals
Yeah.
either have to order them to work or they'll have to
Right.
send town.
Laura, what
Gotcha.
time did you
All right.
say it
3
was?
o'clock.
3.
3 o'clock?
3 p.m.
All right,
Yeah.
because I'm putting it on here.
And it's not going to be at Dunkin' Donuts. It's going to be at Applebee's.
Just
Sorry. but Rayford,
What?
if you're gonna come, I will stop and get you a donut.
That's okay. I get plenty of donuts.
it's right down the
Chris
street.
here always
Right.
handles donuts for me.
Oh, well, that's nice. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
All right.
Yeah, so we're going to be there. We feel like, listen, the GOP, we feel it's really important that we let North Carolina and our country know that we support our law enforcement officers and we are praying for them. And listen, we totally have your back.
Is there going to be any speakers involved or anything like that?
Right.
We're not in the stages of that, but I don't think so because it's not really a rally. It's just a get out and let everyone know we support them.
Okay, so I can
All
bring
right.
my blue light then, right? Put it up.
I got you listed here.
I don't have a blue light. I'm just kidding, guys. Chief, I didn't mean it.
Oh.
Sheriff, forget about it.
Listen, I don't have a lot of blue. I have a lot of red.
I do
Because
too.
everything's Republican. But
I was just
I don't have a lot
gonna
of blue, so I have to go get blue.
Go get a back the
okay.
blue shirt. Go to Saigon Sam's had them on Western Boulevard at one time. You could back the blue shirts, t-shirts.
I don't
Really?
have
Yes.
one. I don't have one blue piece of clothing. If I even look at a blue shirt, my 8-year-old family says, "Mommy, no, you're not a Democrat. You're
Well,
not a
that-
Democrat. You can't wear blue."
But
So-
what I'm saying is you can get the back the blue shirts that have the blue flag on them. They have the law enforcement flag on them.
Saigon
at
Sam's.
Sam's
Yeah.
Club?
Saigon Sam's on Western.
Western Boulevard.
They did have them.
Saigon Sam's.
Yeah.
All right, maybe I'll pop in there.
Yeah. Go
All
get
right,
one.
great idea.
All right. Let me know if
All
you
right,
need
well,
some
hopefully
money.
everyone comes out. That's where we'll be, and we're
All right.
we're praying for a safe time and no problems, and just show our support.
This weather's going to be good.
I don't know if I
Maybe
get
what
back
you
in
should
time.
do when you go there is buy a bunch of them in all sorts of sizes and then sell them when you get to the crowd. Maybe I should do that. I'm
Hey,
kidding.
listen.
I'll try to get back in time. I have a political
There's your
event.
money
Cover
raiser.
it.
So
Darn.
there's a good fundraiser.
That's
There
what
you
I'm
go.
talking about. I try to help you out here as best I can, girl.
I thank you.
All right.
And
Thanks, Laura.
by the way, Laura, thank you
Yeah.
and the Republican Party for helping support Wreaths Across America
Yes.
based on a fallen veterans as you
absolutely.
did. We thank you again.
Yeah, we
Thank
started
you.
that many years ago doing a yearly donation, and she's
Well,
continued it. So
Laura,
thank you.
Laura
Yes.
made it happen again last year and the year
Mhm.
before. So thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Melinda,
Laura.
Melinda continued it.
Absolutely, not a problem.
I appreciate it.
All right, well, listen, you guys have a wonderful
You too.
day.
You
Girl,
too.
be careful.
Bye.
All right, and
Yeah.
listen, God bless.
Have a blessed
All right,
weekend.
you too.
Who we got?
It did not
Okay,
show.
we got another caller.
I think you hit
Nope,
the button
hung up.
too fast on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody hung up. But anyway, if you're calling, now's your time. 910-333-0139. I'll slow it down for my southern friends. 910-333-0139. Now for my French friends. Neuf, un, zero, trois, 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 zero, un, trois, neuf.
Toi.
Hmm?
What? Did you say? Never mind. We'll move on. Like, what?
910.
Don't even just.
Try.
This is America.
Okay,
this
I was
is
just doing it for my
America.
Hispanic friends.
All right. It's Kathy.
Who?
Slugger. It's the slugger.
Oh.
Kathy, one of your friends just stopped by and was a little bit perturbed and has moved from your place to over here so he can find some food because you have gone on a strike.
No, I haven't. Matter of fact, I still go out there and feed them.
Okay,
Don't
well,
tell Chris.
Oh,
You
Chris
just
heard
did.
that. Thank you.
you
Chris
just
heard
did.
that, Lefty.
Good God, woman.
Yeah. Good job. Yeah. I do have to feed him once in a while. Especially when he leaves the food out there in the container and they get into it.
It's easier for them to eat.
Yeah.
They eat all they want that way, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Chris is a culprit too in this. He's
Yeah.
feeding them now.
Well, he asked me what to do, and I told him feed them all you can.
Just
Oh,
remember, hey,
feel that for you,
I
right?
want them to be very fat.
just remember, Lefty,
I
you're
know.
speaking.
Uh-oh.
Lefty, remember, you're speaking to your caretaker.
I've been making comments.
I know.
on
I
the
know.
wrong
And
YouTube.
Rayford wants to make squirrel stew out of my pets. Yeah.
Yeah,
Granny would love you, Rayford.
I
She
know
really
it.
would.
Yeah, no, I learned a lot from her.
So So
Hey,
Kathy, you're having surgery
on the lighter
Monday?
side,
Oh, you
huh?
You're having surgery Monday?
you're getting cut on Sunday,
Yes,
Monday.
ma'am. Yes,
I've been
sir, and
thinking
yes, ma'am.
about you.
Because well, thank you. I am looking forward to it. Hopefully, it will. I know it will. It can't be as painful as what I was going through. They finally gave me some pain medications and
Hallelujah.
immobilized. So,
Uh-oh.
yes, I'm doing a happy dance.
Don't be dancing.
They've actually told me I
no.
cannot do it.
Cannot do what?
No,
The
Chris
surgery.
cannot do
I
the surgery.
offered
No.
to.
Well,
No.
I can do it without surgery. These things are compressed,
Huh?
right? It's kind of like
Well,
your
the-
fingers being compressed in.
Well,
or-
the bones are compressed. There's
Okay.
a dislocation and there's a hairline fracture.
Yes.
Okay, I watched this on TV. All right, it's just like a broken bone in a leg. All you got to do is hold the person steady on one end and pull the other end and stretch it back out.
She asked
Oh,
about that, but she wouldn't let me
like
do it.
Motel 8. Y'all
Huh.
sound like Motel 8. We'll leave the light on for you. We'll do the surgery for you. No,
Okay.
no. Anyhow, I have a joke for you all.
Okay,
Or Rayford, I should say.
me.
Okay. Yes. Why did the
All right.
toad or the frog why did the frog take the bus to school?
Why did the frog take a bus to school?
Yes.
To pick up a bunch of other frogs?
Because, what? Because his car was towed away.
Oh,
He was a senior. He was a senior at White Oak.
ow,
Oh,
ow, gotcha.
okay.
Isn't that right?
Because
Think
his,
about this.
because his car was towed away.
Yeah, okay.
TOAD.
I got you. I
towed
know.
away.
I got you. I like it. I like
I don't
it.
think Lee did.
What book are you reading?
She's not her. Real quick before Kathy gets on. Her and her cousin spend nights telling each other these jokes. And last night, because Kathy was under medication,
Everything
I
was funny.
had to listen to one of them.
Oh,
And the joke, frog's favorite soda,
Soda pop. I don't know.
Coca-Cola. This is what I have to listen to with these
Okay.
two on the phone. Thank you.
That one's a bad joke, and I'll tell her when I talk to her.
All right. Thanks for the
We'll
joke.
give her this one. What
So
do you
you-
call a pony with a cough?
We need a first grader in here.
Well, come on now. This is an easy one. What do you call a pony with a cough?
pony call.
Horse.
A little horse.
There you go. See?
Thank you. All right,
You
that
almost
was
got it.
close. Okay.
Did you hear
Okay,
that
with
one?
that, I'm going to say y'all have a happy weekend,
You
a great weekend,
too.
and a blessed weekend.
We'll be talking
And,
to you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm not saying nothing because I'll get in trouble either way.
Can I just bring up something that has nothing to do with anything?
No.
NASA has decided
Go
yesterday
home early.
to bring the 4 astronauts of the SpaceX Crew 11 mission home from the International Space
Yeah.
Station after one of the astronauts
An
has,
unnamed
has
one.
come up with has a medical issue, and
There are four of them on there, right?
yes, there's 4 of them.
And,
So
and 2 of them are not Americans.
that's
Right.
correct.
One Japanese, one
One of-
Russian.
And one of the Americans is a female, right?
The Crew 11 mission consists of NASA astronauts Zena Cardman, Michael Finnicki or Japan's Camilla Yeo Oleg. I can't do these names. And then a Russian, Platonov. But anyway, one of the astronauts has got a medical situation, and the doctors and NASA feel like it's in best interest to go ahead and bring them now. So they should have a re-entry timeline within the next 48 hours, bringing them back. I watched a presser yesterday, and the medical doctor, he says, I can't tell you anything. The media tried, but he's like, nope. But he said he'll be fine.
And it was
The person will be fine.
but it was not life threatening, but it
Right.
did need to be
But
addressed.
could you imagine, like, say you did all of a sudden have a heart issue develop? Man, I would think
Well,
they were really going to have to sedate that person to get them back through the,
Some of the chatter yesterday about that was that some of the discussions that were happening. What about for the future when we go back to the moon?
right.
Because you're not going to be just, you're 200 miles away
Yeah,
or
that's not
something
far.
from,
It's
from the
250.
space station,
Mhm.
and you're 240,000 miles away up yonder on
Yeah.
the moon. That's a long route, and it takes a lot of doing. So what?
February 2026, they're talking about the Artemis 2 mission. Sending
I still haven't figured that out. I know they're going out and then they're going farther than the moon or something, but that they're looking to get back to having somebody on the moon. I mean, we've already been on the moon. Are they talking about
I don't know.
habitating?
Yeah, they want to
Okay.
They're going to
something up there just in case.
circumnavigate
Okay.
the moon for about 10
Actually,
days.
in all seriousness, it's a lot like Australia used to be way back when, uninhabited basically, except by the indigenous people there, and it became a penal colony. That is going to be Earth's new penal colony. All those people up there in Minnesota, get aboard the boat. We're headed up yonder.
Well, I did. Some of the questions were
You're right.
interesting that the media was asking yesterday. And one of the media persons asked the doctor, do you foresee the future of AI assisting those in the space station? Like say somebody needed a surgery or something like that, and them having AI capable robots and stuff like that to do what needed to be done. I mean, it was some interesting questions. I'm like, what?
Am I mistaken, or are there 11 people on the space station right now? These 4 just happen to be
From here.
From here,
We
but
launched them, yeah.
there's 11 total people up
I
there.
think there's something
Let me
like
see.
And
that.
I
think
want to
so.
say someone asked, isn't there a medical, someone with medical knowledge up there?
That is one of the discussions about anytime we start putting people
Right.
on the moon for any extended
Yeah.
period of time,
7.
because it's too likely that somebody is going to get sick after an extended stay on
Yeah.
the moon. You go up there, you're going to be there for a year. Okay. You're in a strange environment. You're going to be out there exploring. You fall down on a rock. Of course, you won't get hurt because it takes you forever to get down there. Not much gravity. But there are things that will happen.
Oh, yeah.
So his discussion was, I think as a former astronaut, his comments were that we need to really seriously consider on any lunar missions, extended lunar missions, we have to have a resident physician.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if they have to have a medical license and how do they renew it? Yeah. All right, Kathy, are you listening, girl?
Can I get
Oh.
a concealed carry renewed while I'm up there?
I wonder how the guns would go off if you go up there and there's no gravity and no friction, and but that bullet could go a long ways.
What would it do?
Inquiring minds.
We want to know.
Kathy, something, Rayford has something for you.
All right, how do you know if a vampire is unwell?
I know I'm unwell.
He'll be coughing. Where do pirates get their hooks?
Gosh.
This one's going to really get you, go. Kathy, prepare to laugh. Just don't fall on your hand, okay?
Yeah.
Kathy, where do pirates get their hooks? Second-hand shops. Now, that's funny.
I like the coughing one, but yeah, that is good.
I thought it was funny.
See, this show has everything.
What kind of music do Bubbles hate?
Bubbles? You said
Bubbles.
Bubbles hate?
Yeah.
Flat music?
Champagne music.
Pop music.
Kathy, what have you started today? What have you done?
How did the picture end up in prison?
He got framed.
Gotcha.
Ah. Ta-da. Got one.
What do solicitors wear to work?
Something.
I just can't even. I can't even.
A solicitor being a lawyer, a counselor,
Right,
you know.
right.
What do they wear to work?
Briefs.
Clothes?
Lawsuits.
Ah.
Oh,
I like mine though. Briefs.
Yeah, just not bad.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Briefs under the. And why did the final one, y'all? And why did the bullet lose its job?
why are you looking at me?
You haven't answered one yet.
Because you had a gun shop, you had guns, and you used to shoot a lot.
So why did the
Why
guy
did the bullet lose its job?
lose his job?
Yeah.
Why did the bullet lose?
Shot off his mouth.
Divorced it? I don't know. That's what happened to me.
He got fired.
It's so stupid. I am.
And every one of them is funny.
Oh my
And
God.
now for Onslow County educators, tune into our shows Monday through Fridays, 7 to 9.
I got a girl story. Kathy, listen up. I got a
Uh,
girl story for y'all.
All right, we'll be back on Monday. Y'all have a yes. Go ahead.
A Louisiana woman's attempt to go for a skinny dip did not end swimmingly, authorities said, after she allegedly attacked a sheriff's deputy responding to a trespassing complaint before finally surrendering to deputies Tuesday. According to the Union Parish Sheriff's Office, deputies were dispatched in November to a residence in the Linville community of Marion after a caller reported a neighbor standing in their driveway screaming and refusing to leave the property despite the fact that they had already been warned. When a patrol deputy arrived, authorities said the suspect was found nude and swimming in a pond located on the caller's property.
Uh-huh.
The woman was later identified as Erin Sutton, 41 of Marion. Sutton initially refused to exit the pond or speak with the deputy, telling him she was trying to be a mermaid.
She was at home.
Yeah, she was trying to be a mermaid.
Was she wearing her tail?
Well, she was, and it shows her actually out here at the pond wearing a mermaid thing. After repeated commands, Sutton eventually exited the pond due to the cold temperatures. EMS was contacted
How did
to
they know it was
evaluate
cold?
Rayford. I'm sure there were plenty of signs. Women have cold signs like men have cold signs. So let's not even go there. But yeah, she was actually, when they grabbed a hold of her, took her to the ground, and she continued to resist kicking and punching the deputy before being restrained. She just wanted to be a mermaid. What is the problem here?
Did she have scales? How much did she weigh?
Imagine her skin was scaly
And
after that cold water.
And we have a final caller.
Yes.
It's Kathy.
Hey,
Yes.
Kathy.
She just
Hi.
started all
This is a
this.
story for Lee. This is a girl story for Lee.
Thank
Okay.
you.
You love this one, Lee.
Okay.
Women's lib. Woohoo!
Women's lib.
A honeymoon couple was up in their suite, and the man, the groom, took his pants off and threw them at his new bride. And he says, "Here, put these on." And she says, "I can't wear those." He goes, "That's right. Remember who wears the pants in this family."
Oh.
The little bride. Now the bride was a little hot with that one, so she took off her wedding gown and her panties, and she threw the panties, and her husband says, "Here, put these on. Get into these." And he says, "I can't. They're too small." And she goes, "Remember that when you tried to ask me for something about making love.
Can't get into the there too. I got you.
All right.
He can't get into the panties."
You are in charge. Thank you.
We have Chris Blankenship.
Bye.
Chris Blankenship is coming.
G-rated.
This is going to be a great way to end this.
Y'all
Hey,
started
Chris,
it.
what's up? I didn't start it. Chris did it.
Oh, I just got a chance to. I'm at work. Just got a chance to call in, but yeah, the question earlier about anybody who did not have a positive COVID test. I had two. One at Wilmington Health at some tent they had up there in Jacksonville, and I had one at Naval Hospital. The one at Wilmington Health was to clear me to go back to work. So that one, was probably good. My wife had been sick, so they quarantined me. The one at Naval, I got to feeling a little bad sick at that point. So they were like, all right, you need to get out of work, go get yourself tested on the way out. And I went and got tested at Naval, and they were like, nope, you don't have COVID. So it's just something else. But that's the two I've got for you.
That's good.
So you got tested twice, and they both were negative?
Yeah, not at the same time. They were two different times.
Okay. All right. So,
But yeah, they were.
how early in this was the game? Was this in the beginning? The pandemic started in 2020.
Probably about late 2020 on one of them, and I think early mid 2021. So we were getting kind of deep into it at that point.
Yeah. Well, you're the first person that I've ever talked to that got tested, that it came back negative, and in the early stages.
Yeah,
That's great.
That's
Wow.
that's just pretty much. I was kind of surprised as everybody else. Like, well, what do you have? Well, I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't kill me. Nobody's getting the flu now, so maybe I've just got the flu.
Yeah.
But to say that now, the flu's rampaging all around North Carolina right now.
And they had and actually in the first stages of it, they did say that there were a lot of false positives
Yes.
because they tested the test that they were getting to begin with. It's not blaming anybody for doing anything, but the test that they did in the beginning, sometimes they tested positive for COVID when it was actually the flu.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
there were some issues with the initial testing.
Yep.
So.
All right, that's all I got. I got to
Thanks,
hop
Chris.
off here and go back to work, and I know you're at the end of the show anyway.
We are.
Well, thanks for
Great
listening,
week.
Have a
Chris.
good weekend.
Thanks
You
for
too.
calling.
Chris, appreciate
Have a
it.
blessed day.
I'm going to go home now.
I have to go take my little one to his vet appointment.
I've got to go get Kathy ready for Monday.
It's going to
Yeah,
take you all weekend to do that?
You need
Oh,
to
yeah.
probably
Oh, yeah.
You need handcuffs or anything?
you probably need to check that medication she's taking.
Yeah.
Just saying. Maybe cut back a little bit.
Yeah, so I'll not be.
Why can't a toe be 12 inches long?
When it comes to measurements, never mind.
Why can't a toe be 12 inches long?
It'd be a foot.
That's two out of all these this morning. He got right off the bat.
Thank you.
Lee, why did the bullet lose his job? All right,
Got
you're live. I just seen it shaking her memory. You're live in local real talk. Oh, thank God it's the weekend. We will see you Monday, and we might wake up by then. Bye. Have a great
Blessed
weekend.
weekend.
Be safe. And don't forget tomorrow at 3 o'clock,
3.
Applebee's.
Applebee's, corner 17 and West.
Back to blue.
Back to blue. Okay, see you then. Bye.